Is the next step for this group dictating the pace? First half, you totally did that. Second half, got a little bit away from you.
Well, you know, a part of that was, you know, we kept running. I mean, you know, I thought a big play in the game was when we had a break. I thought Aaron White was going to dunk the ball. It doesn't go in, they go down and hit a three. That was a huge momentum play because it was going to go 6 to 8 as opposed to 6 to 3. It was almost like a 5-point play. So that was, you know, once, and at that point, you know, we made another run back at them, and at that point, we weren't going to run. We were going to run a little clock then. And, you know, it was a little frustrating because we had about 6 or 7 possessions where we didn't score. But what we did do was we executed fairly well, and we ran clock, and we got a shot. We were able to get our defense set up to make sure that we were still able to win.
Is it, as a coach, you know, struggle with a young team, it must be gratifying to see that work.
Well, there's no question. You know, and they're going to make mistakes, and they're going to forget. But the reality is, for the most part, they executed the game plan to perfection, and they fought for it. And that's ultimately what you want. I mean, they're kids. They're going to make mistakes, but they were on the glass. They were fighting for loose balls. I mean, they were trapping guys. They were rotating. They were contesting. You know, you can't let this team come in here and make 10, 11 threes, which is normally what they do. I mean, you look at the games that they've lost, they're making 5 and 6 threes, and they actually made 5. And he just made the one at the end there. That was 6.
Fran, you had 14 assists on 16 baskets in the first half, and then the numbers were 18 and 24 for the game. That kind of shows the way this team has learned to play together.
Well, I also think it shows the development of Devin Marble, you know, because Bryce gave us some quality minutes. I mean, he had 3 assists, but I mean, it's fair to say that, I mean, he was just out there on guts. I mean, he couldn't keep anybody in front of him. He couldn't move his feet the way he would like to. So hopefully he was able to get a sweat, get out there and play, and then maybe in 2 days he'll be ready, or at least closer to 100% for Illinois.
The last 7 minutes when you guys didn't score for that entire stretch, did running clock disrupt the rhythm?
No question. And that's always something you're concerned about. But the last thing we were going to do there was come down and quick shoot the ball. You know, and now we were going motion to a set. Might have been better off going set to motion. The problem is when you run set to motion, sometimes you shoot the ball quick. And when Matt's cooking, it was fine, but he missed a couple, and I think he was a little bit tired. So we were letting him run it a little bit, and then we would go to him. And what we probably should have done in retrospect was drive the ball a little bit more and try to get to the free throw line. You know, let Marble go a little bit. You know, give him some space. We tried to go inside twice. Once Melly got tied up the other time. I think Aaron got fouled.
A week ago after the Penn State game, I watched on TV at home, and it looked like there was bitter disappointment on the players' faces. It's a long season. How does this team not wallow in that and move on and advance?
They've done a great job of that all year long. We've had some tough losses. I mean, there have been a couple of nights we just didn't play well. Everybody was sideways, and you're coming in the locker room and you're disappointed, and you're disappointed in yourself. We're disappointed as coaches, and you're trying to figure it out. But that's what the journey's all about. You gotta fight through it. You gotta keep coming, and they know that I'm going to stay positive with them, even if I rip them during a timeout. I'm going to stay positive with them. I'm going to keep teaching, and we're going to get better. And when we break the film down, and it might not be pleasant to watch, it's the team and the coaching staff. Nobody else is watching it. They're not getting embarrassed. It's a learning situation. And so what you're seeing is a young team get better and learn from their mistakes. And hopefully now they're playing with they clearly are, but can we go on the road and play with the kind of confidence we're playing with right now?
Obviously,
but Sabi, this is what you expected from him.
Well, the thing about Melson, Brooksy, is with him it's all about energy level. He's gonna, when he's running and jumping and blocking and dunking, we're a better team. He's a better player. Our team plays faster. The team plays with more energy. And I'm really happy for him because he never gave up on himself. for his teammates.
Obviously, Matt's clock is ticking. It seems like that urgency that he's shown has rubbed off on his teammates. Talk about how they're sort of picking
Well,
him up.
it was interesting, when he was the last one in off the floor, I mean, they ran to him and lifted him up off the floor. I mean, they were, as happy as I'm sure he is, they were more happy for him. And to me, it showed an incredible level of respect for a guy and how hard he's worked and his professionalism and his captaincy and how he leads. And I mean, that's the way it should be.
Okay.
Thank you.